We got stories that have not just betrayal, but the ultimate betrayal. My friend posted my work on her social media claiming that it's her own. A bit of background, I graduated from cosmetology school in a different state than I currently reside. When I moved here, I needed more hours to get licensed in my current state. So I returned to school and instantly made friends with a girl who I will be referring to as Mindy. At my last week of school before I graduated, I was running a bit late in the morning and I forgot my phone at home in a rush, which really sucked because I knew I had a girl coming in who wanted a big change and I wanted to take before and after pictures. But Mindy was there that day and I asked her if she could take pictures for me and send them to me. She accepted and I thought that was that. A few weeks went by and I never got the pictures despite me asking for them, and I never got any response from her. Now it becomes a bit more pressing. I am applying to jobs and I am putting together a portfolio of all of my work. Again, I ask if she can send me the pictures so I can put it in there. This time she apologizes profusely for not getting them to me sooner and says that she will send them. 2 days later, still no pictures. That brings us to today. I ask her again for them, nicely mind you, and I don't get a response. I figure that she's super busy at her job and she can't get back to me right away. But as I'm looking through Instagram, I see that she made a post of the before and after pictures of my client with the caption saying, "Check out this rockin' haircut that I did. Come see me for all your hair needs." When I saw this, I was effing livid. This girl was one of my first friends at my new beauty school, and now she's taking credit for the work that I did. My question is, how do I approach her about this, and how can I ask her to delete the post from her Instagram page? Do I need to talk to her face to face and make sure she does it? That would be one way. We got the update for what happened. So I went to school to see if they could help me. I went to the academy director and the director of admissions, and they were so helpful. They told me that they were on my side because they aren't huge fans of Mindy, and this isn't the first time that they've dealt with this. I showed them the Instagram post and they got to work. They checked the schedule that I did the haircut and also checked the client ticket. The schedule showed that I was the one scheduled to do the haircut and Mindy was working behind the front desk that day. And people behind the desk are not allowed to take clients. And the client ticket specifically said that I was the one performing the service. Next, we called my client to the office to let her in on this. I also showed her the post and she seemed quite peeved at it, so she was on my side as well. I took some of your advice and I asked if she could write a release of sorts to say that Mindy did not have the authorization to put the pictures on social media. She, however, wrote that I was allowed to use the photos in my portfolio if I wished. So both directors got in contact with Mindy and showed her the letter written by my client. Luckily, Mindy is none too smart and got scared that some sort of legal action would be taken against her, and she apologized profusely. She didn't apologize to me, of course. She was only remorseful because she got caught. In any case, the picture was taken off of Instagram not even 2 minutes later. And the original pictures were sent to the director of admissions, who then sent them to me. The directors are apologizing to me for the whole fiasco and offered me free service of my choice. So I'm going in today and I'm getting a massage. So yeah, everything worked out in the end. I can't believe that. So what happens now? We're just no longer friends?
You can't sit with us!
Not even a conversation or an apology or anything? Not that I would accept it, but whatever. Next story. Would I be the a-hole if I continued to divorce my wife after she accused me of cheating and then kissed someone else? I, 36 male, have been married to Lily, 36 female, for 16 years and together for 21 years. We met freshman year, and up until a couple months ago, we were each other's one and only. We both went to the same college and we got married at 20 despite our parents' protest. We have a 6-year-old together, and overall I say we've had a great marriage and family life. 6 months ago, one of my wife's friends, let's call her Adrian, told my wife that I had been cheating on her for years. This is obviously a lie, and she only did this because she found out her now ex-husband of 5 years, let's call him Steve, was cheating on her their entire relationship, and me and him were good friends, and he told her that I was cheating as well. I don't think he's a good friend.
Doy.
Now, I had my suspicions that he was cheating, as he never immediately shut down any female attention whenever we hung out together, and he constantly complained that his wife didn't sleep with him enough, but I never had any solid proof, so I never told his wife. While that may make me a little bit of an a-hole, I never cheated on my wife, nor do I condone cheating. My father cheated on my mother, and I saw how badly that hurt her, and I swore that I would never do that to my wife. My wife kicked me out and told my parents, her parents, and our friends what Adrian told her. 2 months after, she filed for divorce, and I have been dragging out the process. So she just went off of the fact that her husband said you cheated, just word of mouth, by a guy who's actually cheating? Wild. However, 2 months ago, she sent a picture of her kissing another guy and him touching her inappropriately as incentive to get the divorce. I was devastated and really ready to divorce her. However, 2 weeks after that, Steve confessed that he lied to Adrian, and she told Lily. For the past month and a half, she has been begging me to reconcile with her and for us to go to counseling. But honestly, I can't forgive her for the video and her lack of trust in me. Oh yeah, the kissing video. She believed Steve's words with no proof over me, and she slandered my names to my family and friends. Would I be the a-hole if I continued with divorce? No. In fact, I encourage you to be honest, because I would be furious if you threw our relationship away over literally word of mouth from someone who was actually cheating. Absolutely not.
Right to jail, right away.
I can't believe you're asking if you'd be the a-hole. The divorce wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for her. We have an update, so we'll see what he decided. I decided to take y'all's advice and try marriage counseling. I will probably be starting individual therapy later, but right now I just don't have the time. We had the first session a week ago, and it was brutal for both me and Lily. It essentially went like this. The therapist said the main issue was a lack of trust in our marriage, and I responded, how can I trust she didn't sleep with the guy from the video when I had some new damning evidence to reveal that she did more than just kiss the guy in the video? I may sound crazy for this, but after confirming what bar and what day and what time she took the video, I went there. And I told the manager my wife got assaulted by a man there, and we are trying to get evidence for the police, and I would like to access their security cameras. Why is that genius, though? Not encouraging you to lie about someone being assaulted by any means, but genius way to get the video footage, because guarantee they're not going to show you if you're like, I think my wife was cheating on me. Can you show me? They let me in the back, and after giving me the time slots of when my wife said they met up and the kissing started happening, after seeing what I already knew happened, I saw on camera that Lily and her friend left, but her and the guy were crossing arms like a couple. The manager said, it looks like your wife wasn't assaulted, and she lied to you to cover up her cheating. I got the security recording on my phone, and I showed it to Lily in therapy. I said, you swore you didn't go home with him, but here you two are leaving together. She started breaking down crying and confirmed what me and others had already suspected, and that she did in fact sleep with him. I asked, how could you try and get us back together while lying that you didn't sleep with the guy? Well, you obviously did. She said that she knew I wouldn't take her back if I knew, and that deep down, she never wanted to hurt me that bad. That's why she only sent me the video of them kissing and not a spicy sleep tape. What's the video? Did a friend take the video of them like making out in the club? I'm still confused. It has to be something like that. Right? I was devastated, and I started tearing up as well, because even though we weren't each other's first kiss, we were each other's one and only regarding being intimate. I always compared us to Lily and Marshall from How I Met Your Mother because the similarities we have to them, and now that is just ruined. The counselor asked how I wanted to respond to this new information. I told her what I just told y'all above, and honestly, in my anger, I said that our marriage wasn't special anymore and that I don't see how we can have a loving relationship, and above all else, I too want to sleep with another person since she got to explore others. This caused Lily to start hyperventilating, and she eventually left, and me and the counselor continued to talk and said that my feeling of wanting to get back at her is exactly how Lily felt and is what drove her to do what she did. Okay, but except you actually had proof of her cheating, and she did all that without having any evidence. Any evidence? Hello? She told me that getting back at your partner is not how you fix a marriage, and gave me some exercises to do with Lily. That was a week ago, and me and Lily have not talked, and I told her I haven't slept with anybody else because I truly haven't. We have another session tomorrow, but after that one, I wanted to know if y'all think this marriage is worth fighting for. I haven't told anybody about the Reddit post yet, nor have I told my family, her family, and friends that Lily did in fact sleep with the guy. Don't worry, it doesn't end there. We actually have the final update. So we're gonna see if this marriage was worth fighting for. Well, we just had our second counseling session yesterday, and it has been a lot. First and foremost, I will get straight to the point. We are getting a divorce. I am still mourning the marriage, but I am set about the decision, and I'm kind of excited to start a new chapter in life, as I feel before this whole thing started, my life was in limbo and I was just going through the motions. Now on to the update. When we came in, the counselor asked me if I still felt like our marriage was not special anymore. I told her yes, and honestly, I think we should just get a divorce. I expected Lily to start freaking out again, but surprisingly, she agreed. I asked her what changed from a week ago, and she said hearing me talk about our marriage the way I did made her realize that I truly was done and that it would be selfish of her to continue to fight for something deep down she can tell I didn't want. I told her that I appreciated that, and despite everything, I still love her, but I just couldn't be with her for the foreseeable future. I asked her why she decided to believe others over me despite being together for 21 years. I told her that's really the crux of the issue for me and not the sex part, as even though that stung, I could still rationalize that part, but I couldn't rationalize her not believing me. She said that maybe seeds were planted in by my mother over the years because she frequently talked about my dad's affairs and how she had no idea because he acted normal and loving and was a great husband outside of that. She said the 2 decades of hearing the story created some underlying suspicion in me. Also, she did still resent me a little bit because 6 years ago, when we both turned 30, we both started thinking about the fact that we never got the chance to be true individuals, and then she got pregnant not long after, so we definitely felt like we couldn't leave now. So we did have multiple conversations about that, and I truly believed that we had gotten past that, especially after the birth of our baby, as Lily did not experience postpartum depression, so it really was a very happy time for us. But apparently she never truly stopped resenting the idea that we were tied to each other, so when she thought I had cheated, she figured that sacrifice was all for nothing and wanted to take the opportunity to explore before she starts menopause. While that hurt to hear, I can sympathize, as that's part of the reason I was ready to divorce, as I wanted to start exploring as well, and I was adamant about coming to this therapy session to ask for either a hall pass or an open marriage as a requirement for reconciliation. After that revelation, I told her that I would not be fighting for sole custody, but 50-50, as I want to see our child as much as possible, but I still want her in their life too. She says she won't stand in the way, and I believe her, because during all of this, she never withheld our child from me, so I don't think she will start now. I did ask her if she ever stepped out on me before this. I said our marriage is already over and I just need to know the truth. She said she never cheated during our marriage, and the bar situation was the first time that she was intimate with someone else outside of me. She said that she would do a paternity test to at least prove my son is mine if I did not believe her, but I do believe her, and I probably won't take the paternity test as my son looks just like me. I reaffirmed to her that I never cheated as well. Honestly, I feel like a huge weight is off my shoulders, and I don't really have to worry about the divorce too much, as we were already in the process of it 2 months ago. I do wish things could be different, but it is probably best not to get back together right now. I can see us reconciling maybe 5 to 10 years from now, but time apart is probably best for the both of us. Wow, that's a wild story. Would you forgive them?
Nope.
If your partner did that and just believed someone off word of mouth and then came back, would you give them a second chance? Like, do you think he made the right decision in all of this? Let me know your thoughts. Unfortunately for these people, we have more betrayal. But first, we're gonna hydrate. Drink your water today. Cheers. I'm in between videos right now and I thought I'd make a tea, and look at how well my mug matches. I am very pink today with my scrunchie, my whole sweatsuit. The pink diamonds in there. Oh, a girl loves her pink, you know? Can you tell? Next story. My girlfriend has been sharing all the intimate and private details of our relationship with her friend and following every single piece of advice to the point that it feels like an affair. This is something that has appeared out of the blue, and I'm not fully equipped to deal with all of it. It's completely changed how I view our relationship over the past year. So to cut to the chase, I ended up reading texts between my girlfriend and her friend, 26 female. Let's call her Nami. Nami? I don't know how you would say that. Because at a party, Nami had made a suggestive comment to me about, I can't say that. About a sexual act and how all men should try it the day after my girlfriend finally convinced me to. Oh my gosh, I kind of want you guys to be in on the know of this because it's juicy. It rhymes with begging and starts with a P. In my defense, I just wanted to know if they were talking about it because this was not something I felt comfortable discussing outside of our bedroom. Nami is an ex-girlfriend of my college roommate and is now dating someone else that I do not interact with now. So my girlfriend, let's call her Tanya, has been discussing everything with Nami. They texted about nothing else, and I scrolled so far back in time that I exported the contents of their conversation to read on my computer. The conversations are tough to wrap my head around, and it would be something like, what should I wear? Wear the red dress. Nami would tell Tanya what to wear for dates, what to shop for, tell her how to respond to arguments that we had, and also how to perform in bed. The time she cosplayed in bed, Nami says. Also, some of the naughty photos that she sent me, personalized gifts that she made me for my birthday, Nami says. You get the picture. It's like a daily routine. I don't know what they have shared beyond textual information, but this is everything she has said and done to me for the past year, and it seems like it has just started about a year ago. This lady apparently knows how I eat, sleep, and how I am in the bedroom. This is not something that I have consented to. I'm not naive, and it seems to me like they've got some kind of subtle dom-sub thing going. There seems to be no evidence for physical cheating on me, and I really doubt she would do something like that, but I hope you understand that I don't trust anything around me anymore. So I need to confront my girlfriend, but like, how? What? Is this relationship ending stuff? I mean, it was all fine until literally 3 hours ago, and I am extremely happy with her. How do you react to something like this? I would be tripping. Listen, that's very intimate stuff. I don't think personally, I wouldn't want people knowing all the details of our relationship, the in, the out, whether it's something simple or something intimate. It's like that much information on the daily, the gifts, like all the gift ideas was from the friend? I don't know. Talking about how to perform, I don't know. This just seems, it's almost like she's a part of your relationship. You're in a throuple, sir. You don't even know it. We have an update. I got back from my trip abroad and I told her to take some time off and visit me because we needed to talk. She seemed pretty jumpy right from the start. I opened with the fact that Nami had made me feel uncomfortable at a party and that I was sorry for not confronting Tanya about it, but that I had gone through her phone instead. So I was left off the hook for checking Tanya's phone very easily to my relief because she burst into tears right then and there. She took a little time to sob while I was just sitting there saying that I just wanted to know what was going on because my imagination was getting the better of me. And for what it's worth, she came clean fully. So Tanya's version is that initially it was just texting to ask for stuff and sex tips, things like that. But eventually they started trying to fix the problems with her inhibitions. For this, Nami would give her some risque dare for Tanya to complete. Okay. It seemed like fun stuff at the start, like singing in the streets, striking conversations with strangers. What made me angry at Tanya is her complicity with the nude photos. In my head, these were coming straight to me, but they were going through Nami, who would direct her and then pick and choose which ones to send. She stopped sending them to her when Nami began to make her feel a bit uncomfortable about it. I think she's in love with her. I think Nami loves your wife. I don't know, your wife might like her too, but I think there might be more here. Tanya says to me at this point was that this did lower her inhibition significantly, but my only response when this conversation happened was, "What the F, Tanya?" Which I believe was a fair opinion. She said she found it quite easy whenever she was feeling indecisive to just get Nami in on it and do whatever she said. I was appalled at how casually she spoke about that, reminding her that it was my personal life as well that she was also sharing, and that this was unacceptable from someone I considered closest to me. How could I trust you anymore, Tanya? So I did put down an ultimatum: no more talking to Nami, period. At all, for now. Maybe later on, it could just be no longer talking to her about us. She goes ahead with it, and a few days later, I get a call from Nami. Of course you do, because she loves your wife. She emails me all the photos that Tanya had sent her and then basically goes banshee on the phone. Calls me names and straight up just starts sending links to pictures from BDSM websites saying that this is the stuff she did to her. Huh? Who did to her? She? What's happening? But you see, Tanya had already shown me all the photos that Nami was claiming she took during their colorful times together, and Nami strangely didn't have any photos of the stuff that she was claiming. Okay, which I think she definitely would have, considering how messed up all of this was. Okay, this is getting crazy. So I don't know, Nami's reveal as being absolute cray-cray sort of softened my stance on Tanya, but I've still taken a break from our relationship because there was far too much crazy going on. I had to threaten legal action against Nami's tirades about leaking photos. It also helped that Tanya and I added that we really didn't care if that came to pass. Oh, well, I would care. I think I'm absolutely correct. I think she's in love with your wife. For sure. Did they actually hook up and do things? How would I know? But how do you not know? Oh, but what if she did? I don't know. The plot thickens, okay? Let me know your thoughts, because I don't have any single thought in my head because there's so many floating around. I'll see you in the comment section, you guys. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.